What up, everybody? Listen, I go by the name of Gabriel Ori, and this is my business partner right here.
JR, what's happening?
Hey, bro, this is another Friday. This is the first Friday in November, and we're so excited to be in the turkey month. That's what I'm gonna say all month, the turkey month, because this is the month to give Thanksgiving. But truth be told, you should give Thanksgiving all the time. We don't have to wait. Man, how was your day, bro?
It's pretty good, man. Friday's always like, laid back for me, man. Not really too much, but everything is everything.
Listen, man, I say this all the time, but I'm not joking, bro. I was really busy,
Wow.
real busy. But listen, I'm so happy. First of all, this is our first episode. We've been on a hiatus for was it a year?
Yeah, because the last one was Tony Washington was the last one last year, sometime in October, I think.
Man,
So yeah, it's been a year.
It's been a minute, y'all. So listen, share this video. I want y'all to share this, and when you share it, I want you to invite inspiring artists. I want art. This is gonna be artists night tonight.
Yeah.
Might be artist month. This is a show. We call it As a Producer. Of course, it's not just music like producers, but we believe that you're a producer. Everyone's a producer of something. Hopefully is producing something positive, something good, something that's going to help. Yeah, life that's going to impact, your community, impact, the people around you in a positive way. So listen, we have a very special guest with us tonight to crack this first Friday of November off. Listen, hailing from Columbia, South Carolina. So this is like our cousin. This is up the street from us. From Columbia, South Carolina. This voice that you guys have heard, right? She drops some music, and I'm so glad it was with us. We got to work with this young lady. She's a very special person. She hails from Columbia, South Carolina. I know her parents. I remember when she was a little girl, when I first met her. The church that she goes to is linked with our ministry, House of God Miracle Temple. The name of her church is Miracle Deliverance Outreach Ministry. Shout out to Apostle Taylor and Pastor Taylor. Listen, we're going to bring this special guest on. Hey, without further ado, Miss Taylor Vereen. Y'all give it up to Taylor Vereen. Woo!
Hi.
What's up?
Hi, how are you?
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm excited to be here.
Listen, awesome. We know that you have a lot going on, especially since that banger fire project just dropped, last month. How do you feel about that?
To God be the glory. I'm so happy that everything that I really wanted to do with the project was done. So I'm excited that everybody gets to hear it.
So listen, if y'all don't have it yet, it's streaming everywhere. Go and get that. But before we jump into her project, listen, I know Taylor, I gave you a little Rudy Poop kind of introduction, but why don't you introduce yourself to our audience?
Hey, well, my name is Taylor Vereen. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior at Spring Valley High School. I've been singing since I was 3 years old. I started in church. I've always loved music, and what better way to give God glory than music. So, yeah. All I See was my third project, actually, that I've done, and it was really exciting. And actually, I think it was my favorite one.
Really? Listen, you got plenty more to go. But before we get there, now I know you said you started singing at the age of 3. Was your household like what kind of got you into singing? Did you know people that sing? Who was your influences? Does your cousins sing? Your parents sing? How that came about?
So both of my grandmothers sing. My actually don't sing, which is I got it. It's kind of skipped them, I guess, but I'm happy to have it. I love singing. My mom actually told me that one day I was like in the back seat singing and she heard me, and that's when it kind of got to the church, and I
Wow.
never stopped
And that's at 3?
at 3 years old.
Wow. I checked out your YouTube channel, and I think you were doing like some acting stuff at a young age too.
Yes,
When
sir.
I saw that, I immediately thought of my daughter because she loves your music.
Uh,
She just loves you
Hey,
altogether.
both of our daughters.
And both of our daughters named Gabby.
Thank you.
It's funny. But I just thought of her because how you started at a young age, like you said, 3, and you like to be in the camera and singing. Oh man, you're just inspirational to those that that's coming right under you, man. So
Thank
that's just awesome.
I
Yeah.
never thought that it would go anywhere, honestly.
Mm.
Like my dad used to be like, "Come on, let's record this video," and I'm just like, "Ugh." And I love doing it, but we used to just record and record and record. And I didn't know that, you know, I'm here now, so
One day.
it paid.
Yeah. Your dad has a vision. He sees he sees it in you.
So now listen, so speaking of your dad, I know your dad, right? Because I used to come up to Columbia all the time because my sister went to you guys' church, and I would come up there and I met your dad, and he's really solid, really down to earth guy, and I liked his energy. His vibe was really cool. Fast forward, this is before I knew you were a singer. I saw a video, and your dad would just be posting these videos all the time. And like, hey, my daughter Taylor, she sings, man. She sings, man, bro. She sings, man. She can really sing. Hey, Gabe, you gotta hear her, right? And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, man. All right, I see the video. Your dad has been a really tremendous part
Yeah.
of your development, even though he's not a singer.
Mm.
He's the one, I guess, like you said, Jared, earlier. He's the visionary. He sees something, and so he just started pushing these videos out, pushing out. So did they get you to sing in church? What was your first singing experience live in front of people? Was it church or your house or?
It was definitely church. Um, it started out like with me just getting a part in the children's choir,
Mhm.
and again, I just loved it so much. I started doing it on my own, and that's where I've been. My leaders have been building me up all these years. Of course, my father been building me up, sending me different places. I started singing at weddings,
Wow.
women's conferences. I've done a lot of things with the military. So,
How do you feel? So, like, when you get invited to these places to sing, and I know you're 17 and you've been doing this, well, you started singing at 3. When was your first invitation? How old were you at your first invitation to sing, whether it's church or whatever?
I was 4 years old. I was
Huh?
I was 4 years old. I was
4?
so I got invited to a women's conference in Myrtle Beach, and yes,
Can you,
sir.
can you see this?
It was recorded live. I have a
Wow.
CD of it actually.
We need to see that. If your dad got that footage, we need we need to see that. My question was going to be, and of course, go to the first memory. If you remember that 4 year, how you felt. I was going to ask you, how did you feel like just hearing the people, like you see me, like oohs and ahs, and like
Right.
wow, like how did that make you feel?
Honestly, at that young age, like of course I knew what I was singing about. I knew about God and everything, but I was just feeling on top of the world, like everybody applauded and everything. I was just, it's like, thank you guys, thanks. I didn't know exactly what it meant until I got a little bit older, but I still loved it.
What about some of your musical influences? Because see, all right, so when your dad, when he started really hitting me up, like, hey, check out Taylor, man, he'll send me a YouTube link, and I'm looking and I'm listening, and I'm like, yo, her voice reminds, this is me, her voice reminds me of Jennifer Hudson, right?
Mm.
Like I'm like, I can hear Jennifer, like, because these ballads that I hear you belt out, and I'm looking and I'm like, if I close my eyes, I can see Jennifer. But when I look, I'm like, this powerhouse is coming out of this young little girl right here. What? So who were some of your musical influences, growing, getting to the place you are now?
Honestly, I was obsessed with Jamie Grace.
Huh?
Okay. Wow.
I did
Wow.
almost all of the songs that I did when I was younger were her songs. Most of the ones on YouTube that I did all those years ago, a lot of them were hers. I love Jamie Grace. I've always loved Tamla Man. When Jacqueline Carr came out, I gravitated toward her. Michelle Williams. She did a gospel album, and I love that. So,
Wow. That's so Jamie, Grace, if you ever see this, you need to collab with Taylor.
please, please.
we, we need to do something. And on that same note, with not collabing but sharing the stage, you have done this thing with Kalante, and we're not going to talk
Yeah,
about it right
you
now.
took my
But
question. Yeah.
but um, maybe on a later one, I want you to share, when you got that that radio announcement that you was going to be sharing the stage with Kalante, like how that make you feel. But we're not gonna do it right now. But listen, so Jamie Grace influences. You said Michelle who? Michelle
Williams.
Williams from Destiny's Child.
Oh yeah.
She ended up doing a gospel album, and I heard, when Jesus say yes, no.
Yeah.
But I bought the album, and the whole album is really, really good.
Wow.
So what's your favorite type of sound, I guess? Like, do you love the ballads over everything, or are you more of a when Jesus say yes, or like, what's your groove, or you like them all, or is it Jamie Grace like acoustic style?
So honestly, I really love all types of music. I'm just now kind of getting warmed up to the faster songs. Like in the past few years, I started getting more comfortable with that. Because when I was younger, I really mostly did slow ballads. So that's kind of what I was used to. But I'm coming out of my shell more, I think. I feel
Come
like
on out.
Okay. It was the slow balance because of the church that you affiliate with. Is that what they like most, or
that has something to do with it. They've always
okay?
been supportive of either, but that worship has always kind of been my thing
Okay.
generally. So
So what about those? Wait, you say you had 3 albums before this one, or you have 2 albums before this one that
two,
you did?
my
So
third.
how did those come about?
Uh, a lot of my dad pushing me for sure.
Okay.
Because I
Shout
never,
out to the dads, man.
I'm not gonna say I never wanted to record, but I didn't really think about it. Doing it in church was just kind of what I was doing, and comfortable with that. But he pushed me to start recording, and I love being in the studio. So the Christmas album was really kind of just for fun. Then after that, it got serious.
Wow.
I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this again.
Which project did you get? Did you say like, yo, we get serious right here? Which one was that?
Victory.
Victory. That's the one before this one, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Victory, who are some of the people that you work with? Like, who was, maybe did you write the song Victory?
So I wrote the song Victory with the help of my father and Regina Skeeters.
Shout out Regina.
Yes, shout out to her. I love her. I love you.
Wow.
Also, the guy who produced it, Levan Singletary, shout out to him.
All right.
Great. He also helped write that, and yeah,
so you had a whole collaborative team effort to put that together. So was that your first time writing a song, or do you always write?
So honestly, that was not my first time. I've been writing also since a very little girl, but Victory was my first song that I actually put out that I wrote.
Okay. All right. So it sounds like you have some co-writers in there. Dad, did mom help out too?
She did.
Everybody had their hand on the plate.
Now, explain to us how that looks in practicality. Like, do you say, "Hey, Dad, check out this verse I got"? Well, I got a piece of a verse, or do you have what's your process? How do you do that? And do you use them as a spring, like a bouncing board, or what?
So, like the song "On My Knees" from my EP. When I wrote that, I was just kind of in the house. There were things going on at the time with me. You know, I was getting in a little bit of trouble. You know, things like that. And
Oh snap!
I just had a message to God, and it kind of just came to. I was literally in here in the living room, sitting on the couch, supposed to be doing schoolwork. We were doing virtual school at the time, and I wasn't doing my work for some reason, but I was writing, and that's what it came to. And one day I just kind of told him, I was like, hey, I got this little, this little song, and I recorded it. I used the app and kind of did my own background to it and everything. I let him hear it, and he was like, it's actually kind of good. So he was like, yeah, we should do something with it.
So then what made him jump in and say, let me put my pen to it? Oh no, he didn't write on that one.
Not on that one.
Okay. So what's the situation where he said, yeah, I like this, Taylor, but I think you should say this. Let's add this to it. Because I know how your dad, he does that. Was that how he did it with the song that he wrote with you on?
So we both wrote to it. We wrote 2 separate verses, and then some
competing
kept from mine. Some things he kept from. He was like, I don't like that. How about this? You know how he is. Yes, sir. It was
but he has your best interest at heart. Right. And so listen, so we're about to get to our break. And listen, we want to check out some of Taylor's songs on her new project. It's called All I See. And it's out now, y'all. This project is fire because Taylor is just killing these songs, right? And when we come back from this break, we're gonna ask Taylor some personal questions. Let's dig into her life a little bit. After this break, we come back. Share the video. We'll be back after this break.
Sunday morning is one of the most segregated times in the country.
So when we understand our role as believers in the body, we should be the most powerful force on the planet. The church is the largest special interest group in the world. But because we are so fragmented and disjointed,
for a limited amount of time, we're dropping the hottest songs this year right now.
You are my and my redeemer. We stand in all of you. Don't ever walk away, 'cause Lord, I'm here to stay. I am on my knees.
Listen, I know y'all love what y'all heard. Y'all better say y'all love what y'all heard. Share the video. That's the one, the only Taylor Vereen. The project is called All I See. Now, before the break, Taylor was mentioning about she was getting a little trouble and she was writing a song. Like Taylor, so explain to us, what is trouble for a 17-year-old? What's that to you?
Well,
be honest.
At the time, I was actually when I wrote that song, I was 15.
Wow.
But so trouble looks like, a teenage girl. She's Christian, has a Christian household, and she's going out, she's going to school. She doesn't really know she knows who she is and who she's supposed to be, but she doesn't really want to live up to it yet. I was kind of just wanting to kind of dibble and dabble. And that was getting me in trouble. So I was just kind of acting out in school, things like that. And there was a day my mom, she fussed me out. She had had enough of me. I was like, oh my gosh. I saw how my actions were causing pain to my parents and, people that I love. So I started talking to God, and that was my message to him.
I want to piggyback before we go on, because you said, see, I didn't expect you to say that. So you said a lot. And so now it makes me think because see, you're a very talented young person. And for people that has a lot of talent like that, like you love to sing, you sing obviously. Um, I notice a lot of gifted kids get bored with like the same mundane thing. At the same time, you're young. You said you was 15 at the time, and you have a lot of peer pressure that can be there that's kind of distracting as well. So to the younger folks that's out there, listen to what she just said. She was in competition basically, without saying that, with trying to do the things, the right things of the word of God, trying to live in that vein, but still being pulled by that pressure, because that pressure is real, man.
That temptation, yeah.
It's real. And I'm going to tell you this, Taylor, that's not going to be the last time. It's not like, yeah, you got over that phase, but it's going to you're going to always have to, that's going to always be there. What you're going to have to do is always allow God through the Holy Spirit to drive the car.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it's going to be trust me. I know I have a young son and trust me, he thinks he's driving. He ain't driving. It's another entity cruising with the wheel. But I'm saying that to say, keep doing what you're doing. Meaning it's normal. It's going to be normal. It's a lot of things out here to get into that's going to be in competition with the things that because your parents is bringing you up in a certain way. So you're going to know that may not be right. And so it's going to be a tug of war. But I'm telling you, that's normal. It's normal. So don't feel like, it's normal. You're going to have those wars. But as long as you can remember, who the overcomer is. God made us more than overcomers, the word says. And so just lean and depend on everything that your parents taught you and still teaching you, your church, and all your supporters. We're with you, man. We're praying for you. But that being said, JR said something earlier. JR, you want to ask that question?
Yeah, so you're young, you're in school, and I know you love music.
Right.
So how do you balance the both of them? Because I know the one that's stronger is gonna pull you more than the other. And I know you love the music. I know I can tell that it's pulling you more from wanting to do your schoolwork, but more into wanting to do your music. So how do you balance that?
Yeah.
So thank God I have a great support system. My parents are great supporters, and they really kind of handle the bulk of the business side of it. Of course, they give me options and things like that. They never force anything on me, but they handle a lot of the business side of it. So really all I have to do is try my best to keep my hands clean and show up. That's really my job. Of course, I have to do what I have to do in school. They stay on me about that. They stay on me about music. They keep me in a straight line. They do their best.
That's good.
And I know for a fact that they pray a whole lot. When your dad be texting me, he be like, "Hey man, we in prayer, man. We're gonna pray about." I'm like, yeah. So I know, to navigate this world, of music and the business of it, you need a lot of prayer. And speaking of music, so this All I See album, name some of the people who wrote on this album with you, and some of the people who helps you get this project to where it is.
So shout out to Michelle Lee Williams.
Woo!
My dad, of course, and we do a lot of social media and posting videos, and we've been doing that over the years. Somehow she found me on Facebook, I believe, and she reached out to my father and said, "Hey, we got some songs that I think she would sound good on, beautiful voice, things like that." And she sent us a bunch of songs actually, and we picked the ones that we like, and we just got to work. She was great to work with, so I love her.
Let me piggyback right there. So now,
he was waiting for that one. Wait.
Oh yeah. Hey, so guys, so just a disclaimer: we produced the project for Taylor. Timeless Sounds, myself, JR. But let me tell you how that came about. So Taylor told y'all that Michelle saw her online, one of the videos or several of the videos, sent it to her father. "Hey, I'm a writer and I got songs." And so she sent them like 6 songs. So they picked one. They really like the one that's called All of You. And then your dad said, he hit me up, Gabe, yo, check this out. And he sent me and Jara a bunch of like 6 songs. We listened to all of them and we looking at each other like, hey, bro, who is this
Right.
writing these songs? And she had her best friend, which is Zacardi Cortez's sister, singing the songs as a demo. And so we took the songs and we like, hey, Nate, we can hear Taylor. We'll take All of You, but we hear on this too. This it's called All I See. But like we were so excited for Taylor, and I'm like, yo, these are songs that I never heard Taylor like sing like this at this tempo, this type of music. So we was like, yo, this is gonna be a good challenge for Taylor, but it's gonna help develop her more as a singer, as an artist, to get her voice in different types of stylistic songs. And so I knew this was going to be a challenge. So we wanted to push you, Taylor, to say, hey, you going to do these songs. These songs are dope. And when I say she came to the bat and she was like, boom, home run. We was like, oh my God, I don't know what just happened, but these about to be. So out of that, we developed a really good relationship with Michelle. Her name is Michelle Lee Williams. Look her up on Facebook. She's a writer. She has over 77 songs. When we first met her, when we talked to her, she, I got a bunch of songs. And so we just airtight, with her. And thank you, Taylor. And thank you, Nate, for, bringing that connection on. But so what's your favorite song, Taylor?
All of them. I learned my lesson.
That's a interview training prep 101. No, you can say which one you like the best. I mean, we wanted to try to give you a well-balanced, EP, give you some up-tempo, mid-tempo type stuff, but not get totally away from your ballads and singing so people can hear your voice.
Or I guess the best question could be, which one meant the most to you?
Mine. Definitely.
We knew that. We knew that one. So I know with this project being out, you're getting a lot of calls, you're getting a lot of people that wants to book you. How do you prepare for like live, shows and things like that? How do you prepare for that?
Fasting and praying are the top 2 main things.
Wait. You fast and you pray?
Of course.
Wow.
That's the only way. I do not have enough strength to do any of this. I don't.
Wow.
I am so in my head before every time I sing, pretty much. And it takes God for me, really.
Do you have any like creative blocks when you are preparing or even trying to like say write a song or listen to some beats or something like that? Do you ever get into periods where creatively I'm just dry right now? I don't have it. And if you do, how do you break that?
Honestly, all the time. And I just try to have faith and just know that you can't stop God's plan. So when he wants something to be done, it'll be done. So when he wants to give it to me, he'll give it to me. So that's what I kind of,
You're right about that.
think of.
Yeah. Do you get nervous like when you going on the stage? And I'm talking about the 17-year-old Taylor. Do you ever get nervous going in front of a big audience and they know your songs, they love it? Do you have pressure on you or?
I get nervous in front of 2 people, actually. I get nervous every time I have to sing. And I do this little thing where I forget the words to every song right before it's time to like I try to like go over it, like, okay, make sure I got it. And I always forget the words. And I get up there and I just hope they come out.
Wow.
Has there been a time where it didn't come out?
There has. But that's at my home church, so nobody really.
They that's good, baby. They clap anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
The familiar place.
And so with all the success, that's coming from this project, and all of your future success, we all see it. Yeah, I don't know if you see it, but we all see like, oh, this rocket is about to launch. How does your church feel about that? How does your friends, are they like, oh, are they in awe of you, or like, what's the reaction?
So my church, we'll start off with them. My Miracle Deliverance Church family, I love them so much. They're so supportive. They're always encouraging me. They, my leaders teach me to really stay humble. They make sure I don't get like the big head, of course. That's one of the most important things, I think. And my friends, they're very supportive. They were voting for the state fair performance. Yes, I just have so much support. I'm really grateful. I really am.
Wow. And that's just so blessed. You're blessed. You're very blessed because you do have a huge support system network. And I'm not talking about like Facebook or anything. I'm just talking about just in general. Your dad and your mom, they love you a lot. You have a church family that they want to lift you up and put you on their shoulders. And it's important to never forget that. Never forget, the humble beginnings. This is something that you probably, like you said earlier, I never really wanted to sing like that. I never, I like doing it, but my dad kind of saw something and started pushing me out. So, always remember that, so no matter how high you get, don't forget the Time to Sound produced that. No, I'm just kidding. Time to Sound produced that project. Nah, but in all seriousness, this project is fire. I think it's the beginning for you. Well, I know it is, and you're gonna be going many places. We always got your back. We're always there to support you. If you need some advice, we like big brothers. So don't be afraid to reach out. And so, y'all, this is All I See. Again, I gotta keep pounding it in your head. All I See. This is the project of the year. I ain't gonna hold you. This is a project of the year. It's gonna go into next year, and it's gonna be even bigger. The song's out right now. The current single, All I See. Hey, who would have thought, right?
And I just like to thank you guys so much because you guys helped a lot. A lot.
Hey, we had long studio days.
Long days.
But it's all good. That's
Yeah.
what family's for. Tell the people like how they can reach you. How can you be reached?
Okay, so on Facebook, Taylor Vereen. My website, taylorvereen.com. On Instagram, I am Taylor Vereen. On YouTube, Taylor Vereen. And stream and listen to All I See on all digital platforms.
Hey, y'all heard it from the horse's mouth, Miss Taylor Vereen. Listen, go download that project right now. Support good, great music. She's 17 years old. I know a handful of younger, young like that, starting off early, and they went on to skyrocket. And I love, love people who are doing it in the right way, which she is, and I know her family, and God's got you, Taylor, and we got you too. Any last words you want to say to some of your supporters? Any shout outs you want to give? Do it now.
Okay, well, shout out to Judea Designs, Timeless Sounds, of course, my leaders, Apostle and Pastor Taylor, my friends, my family. I love you all so much. My Facebook family, everybody.
Keep growing. Oh, and I want to throw one in there. Gabrielle Hill, she sung on every track.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Hill, hey,
beautiful.
She helped bring that thing out to life, man. So yo, download the song All I See. The project is out now, available everywhere that you can get music. Even CDs. Hey, they got CDs too, right? So for those who still listen to CDs, you got that too. So we got you covered all, and you got some merch too, right? You got shirts.
Definitely, we have shirts.
Pink. How can they get that? Is it on the website, or how can they get that?
Website taylorvereen.com right now.
Okay. Get the merch too. So this has been another episode of Ask a Producer. Where we bring people that's in their element, doing their thing, that's skyrocketing. So JR, you got anything else?
Nah, Taylor, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming on and sharing your gift with us, man. We're so excited for you.
Thank you so much. And thank you.
Hey, don't forget, you're the sex is out for sex. Did I say that right? Your success is our success.
Yeah. I didn't hear what you said, but yeah, that's right.
That's our slogan. But listen, we're signing off, yo. I'm Gabriel Ori. That's my co-host.
JR.
Hey, and we're signing off. Hey, download that joint. Download it. Peace.